What up, everybody? Out of Power 78 coming back at you. We stopped at editing it. We had a lot of mistakes in there. So with all those mistakes said and done, this should be the simplest video I've done, the shortest video I've done as far as actually coding with this stuff. We need to make a delete, right? So when we go to the index of this index right here for the recipe, we also want to have a delete, right? So as you see right here, it has a for each, and it has an A for this recipe ID, recipe name, right? So that's cool. We could do something in here before we even go any further, so we could make this video a little bit longer. We do an add if statement here too, right? And before we even get to the ability to edit what they call it, a recipe like we showed you over here, we have that. Where is it at? That if statement, is it on show dish? Oh yeah, it's on show dish. So, when we show the dish right here, we have this if statement. We kind of could do that in the index right here as well instead. Instead of not even allowing them to be able to click on it, so we don't have to worry about them clicking on it. So we do another if statement like this, right? Recipe name. We trying to set it to this thing so you can see to show this. But the thing is, we want to show the dish, so this if statement wouldn't be good here. So that's why it made sense. Sorry, that was why it made sense to do it on the show dish. I don't understand why this is not working though. This should actually work. We would have to do an like I would have to do like a H1 right there, and delete that right there and put that over here, and then maybe eventually it'll do that and show, because it should show. If I'm not the match, well then show me this. I don't know why that didn't show. But let's get into what I came to do, is to delete it. So I like to do what I'm gonna do next underneath what I just done previously to keep it in order. All right, this is like a post. This should be a post. HTTP post, okay? Because we're working in the database, so I'm guessing, and you're guessing, is right. We are gonna call this delete. I'm not even gonna call it recipe, because we are literally in the recipe controller. So there's no reason to actually call, edit recipe, delete recipe, or that. We're in a recipe controller. We should just have the name of the function. But since I already started it that way, I wasn't thinking properly because I'm always really tired. Today I'm actually not too tired. We're just gonna call it this. We're gonna go integer ID. And the reason I'm not saying recipe ID and all that good stuff, because that's a lot of words. All right, we're just gonna return, redirect to action. No, not even. We're gonna return view. And the view that we're gonna return is actually recipes. No, hold on, what's it called? Index. All right, it's gonna be the index one. The reason we're returning the index, because that's where we're gonna put this delete button at. So let's go to this index from the recipe. See, we're gonna come here to the recipe, and we're gonna get we're definitely gonna delete some of this. Let's shift. Okay, now we can delete some of these. I don't know why, boy, I never did that many lines. So, because it says it could do that, we're going to do something. We're going to call it an action here. All right. And I'm going to put the scope thing in there, just to put the scope thing in there. And in here, we're going to call it action. All right. In the actions, we already could show something. So in the actions, I want to do probably like another if statement. Like if, the recipe and all recipes. So if, let me see, in the index, do I have let's say we have in this index, should be in the top, index, recipe. We're going to include the recipe maker with the all recipes. See this right here? We could do a view bag, actually. Bag. let's capitalize that. Dot chef in database, like that. Gets, well, chef in database, right? And the reason I'm doing this is so I could pass it along on the other side. Since we don't have to pass it in here, I could have passed it along on the other side in the index right here. And now we could do two things, right? We're gonna do an if statement, and in the if statement we're gonna be like, yo, okay, oh, we gotta put an @ sign, that's why it's confused. So @ let's make sure this is the same person. So let's put view bag dot, what do we put? I like to keep my stuff proper. So chef in database, Control C. So let's go back to the index and we press Control V. So if the chef in database, view bag chef in database dot, it should be chef ID right here. I should be showing me this stuff. Is equal to view bag dot all recipes dot, where is it at? Recipe name right here. We could copy this right here, this recipe maker first name, stuff like that. Control C. We're gonna change that anyway, so it's a bam, and we're gonna put chef ID. So that's what it should be. Let's save that for now. And we already got this stuff going on here. That's why, you know, we having lines like, yo, what's going on? If this equals this, we're gonna allow this to make some type of action. One of the actions we're gonna do, because we want to also show the recipe, so that's what clicking here would do. And clicking here will allow us to see if we could delete or edit the recipe right here. Why wait? You know what I'm saying? Why wait? Why wait, Shun? You know, Shane. So let's put this TD. Well, let's put the TD like this, the TD like that, and let's delete this TD and then put it after this. Yep. And then we'll do this like that to make that look clean. We're gonna definitely put an else statement, right? And then we'll do this to make that look clean and press an enter, and then do this again to make that look clean. If the view bag, if the person, the chef inside the place, the view bag chef and database ID is the same as this, we're gonna allow you to edit and other stuff. So let's put we're gonna put two A tags in here. All right. And then we're gonna put another one like this. We'll put a break right here. Oh man. And then just put another A tag like that. It's embarrassing that I keep forgetting about. All right, so the first A tag, what we wanted to do, we want to edit it. So let's put some classes in here. Oh man, we're gonna put edit recipe like that. So let's put a class in here though. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Class. Okay, we're gonna have a button. We're gonna have a button primary here. I like primary. And that's the only two classes I want. And this one is gonna have well, since we have a break, let's put that like that. We do this, let's see, yeah, it puts it in. So this one we also gonna do a class, but we're gonna call this one button and button danger, because, well, it's delete. All right. And in this edit recipe, we need to pass it some stuff, don't we? So let's go over here and let's look at what the edit recipe thing wants. It wants definitely an ID. You know, when we come to the controller, what does edit recipe want? That's what we got to look at. Edit recipe just needs an ID. We have that ID. We're going to make this happen. So we're going to copy all this so we don't have to worry about it too much. Control C. I'm going to bring that down here to this, what the heck happened to my classes? Control Z, okay. We're going to bring that over here. We're going to press Control V. All right, what we're not going to do is, this is called edit recipe. So So we got to change the action, and we still want the ID, you know, our recipe ID. But are we in that for each? We're still in the for each loop, so we could use that. That's cool, right? That's pretty awesome. All right. And over here, we basically kind of want the same, except this is going to be called delete. And we still want the ID. That's what we need to bring in. So bam, now we got that working. What do we have to do for delete? Well, we gotta get it. Why? Almost all the work is there for us. Look, bam. Control C. We have an ID of an ID. Control V, right? And then we got DB context dot recipes dot remove. All right, and we gotta remove rec. And we should be doing DB context dot save changes, and that's that. Now this is gonna return you to the index, because we're already gonna be in the index of this controller. But I don't want it to have any doubts of what index we're doing it. So we're definitely gonna put the controller right here, and even though I know for sure that it would just come to the recipe controller index, that's just for me. Okay, let's see if this works now. And that should literally be the end of delete. This might not work. I might have typed something wrong. Let's find out. I usually try to click on the error list before I do anything. So log in, log out. Out of power. We're gonna go with him. Oh no, we're gonna go with hey. Let's log out. Let's log back in here. Let's go with hey. He has like all those things we want to delete anyway. Okay. Alright. So what happened? Object does not contain definition for recipe maker. What do you mean? All recipes has a recipe maker. It might not. So let's double check that. Let's go to index. Index. Include recipe maker. Yeah. What is it talking about? Ubag. All recipes. DB context. Index. It just said that it doesn't have a recipe maker chef ID, but it does. Well, if I'm in here, I shouldn't have to use that anyway. I should just have to use recipe right here. I think that's what the issue is. It's trying to find the view bag one. We shouldn't have used that there. We should just use the recipe because that's a singular one. So we're doing in a loop, and it's taking all the different things out of there. So it's like, I don't know what that means. So my bad, a mistake. Yo, look, these are the simple things that people forget all the time. So I'm not even embarrassed. Mr. Hay got it. Let's see if that worked. That worked. This looks ugly. This is sinfully ugly. Right? But that's fine. We don't want to edit anything. Let's see if we can edit from right here. What I'm Hay, right? So let's see if we can edit this one. Al's meatballs, out meatballs, and you know it. And let's oh, I have to come back to over here. Al's meatballs, and you know it. Yeah, I know. I know it. Yay. Oh, okay. What am I doing? I have to go back to index. So let's go here. We definitely have to put an index one in here. So it brings us back here. Al's meatballs, and you know it. You know it worked. You saw it work. And I redirected to show recipe, so that's what messed it up. So we don't need this. Oh, there's a problem. The site owner, blah blah. Recipe delete 5. Nah, that's my fault. It's real simple. We're gonna come to delete. And we gotta redirect to action, right? Delete. And the reason we gotta redirect to action is because when you're in this right here, you're redirecting. We don't have a view called delete. We don't need a view called delete. That's what happened. I'm telling you. That one's probably not even in there. So let's see if that works. And that's my delete. And then I'm gonna be working on some making it look better, and this to be either log in or log out, log in or register or log out. Hopefully I could get that working. So let's go, Mr. Hey. What can I say? So one of them is gone. We could get rid of this one. No, oh yeah, you see. Why is it going back to delete? Did I not save it? Delete. Why is it going delete integer index recipe when I press delete? Oh, index recipe. Oh, recipe controller action delete. We bring that in. We click delete. This is bringing me to the delete controller. I mean, delete the recipe controller with the delete action, and it should be bringing me here. And then this should be bringing. I'm just gonna save all. Sometimes I don't save all and I forget. It messes things up. I ain't gonna lie. Shoot, I'm human. Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Why? Okay, so the greatest on earth. Why is it going here? It should be redirecting to the recipe. We don't need anything else. It saves the changes, return, redirect to action, not view. It's not return view. You know what? This doesn't need to be a post. It needs to be a get. Sometimes I get confused with those because we're kind of like, you know. So I think I did that. That's all me, son. You know what I'm saying? Word is born, son. Because it's not really posting anything. So you're trying to post it. I think that's what it is. Let's try one more time. Recipes. There it goes. It comes right back to here. We don't see the view recipes. Mr. Hey, we don't need the same recipes over and over. Bam, there it is. And that's how it works. And you notice we couldn't do anything here, which is great. But it should definitely allow us to see on our index if this we don't have anything on this index. So let's put something here. Let's just put a H3 tag. Let's go like that, H3. And in between H3, we're gonna say, yeah. All right, so we do this, and let me see something. Directions, actions, and this would be the action. Okay. Let's see what that looks like now. I'm just trying to do it for show. Come on, Mr. Hay. And here we. Nothing to do. You see what I'm saying? Nothing to do. Here it should be the same thing if it's not but we are not that, so let's do this. Delete recipe. You not the chef for this dish. Oh, what's going on there? Why did it show another thing right here? It should not have showed any of this stuff. Oh well, but at least you see it shows. So that's that for now. Trying to figure out. It's not that I don't know how to do it, because it's just basically this right here, the chef in database, but it's for the header here. Where we at? The home, for the header partial. You know, it should be like if at if, and then this right here. We come over here, we highlight that, press Alt up. We do the same, we do the else statement here, else, that, and then we come down here. I don't know, because would that do all three of them or just one? Nope, that's not what we wanted. We come over here, Alt up, format, save it. And this should be a view bag dot somebody. Control C. I don't know if that one's gonna work. So let's get rid of that first view bag. Let's go to the end of that. Equals no. This is what it should be here. I can't promise you this is gonna work. This is what this should work. Well, let's find out. Either we're gonna see nothing or we're gonna see it all. Last time I did this simply, it just didn't work. So it should be having a session, but you can't just pull the session out there. See, it's just showing log in and register. It's not what we want. Matter of fact, it shouldn't be showing this. We're already logged in and register. You see? This is why I don't like using things in there, like the header in there. Even though the header is nice and pretty and I don't want to like really ruin the header. I really enjoy the header in here. It looks clean. Oh, let's see. And this is the only thing else we're going to do because I have 9 minutes. 7 minutes. I'm going to try to do this with 7 minutes. What is it that I have to find out? We would go to the home controller. I'm guessing this is gonna be in the home controller. No, it should be. Well, you know what? We're gonna do that in here. We're gonna go to we call it private chef context. Control dots to bring up the context. DB context again. We always do controller. We're gonna go time context and DB context gets context, and then we're gonna do this as well. Public get chef and database. Like I said, this is I should be able to just copy it and paste this, but yeah, we're gonna go to return DB context. Now the session once it's logged in, it's always gonna be logged in unless you clear it. That's why having logouts is important, or you completely close out the whole thing like we do. DB context let's see. Dot. What did we have before? Chefs. Dot first or default. And right here is gonna be chef and data chef ID. Chef ID dot chef ID equals HTTP content that session dot get in 32. We gotta add that the HTTP thing there, and then in here we just gotta put ID because that's what we named it everywhere else. So you know we could just put chef in database, and I don't know why this is having an issue now. Oh, public chef. Yeah, we got to do that. We wanted to make sure it's a chef. Okay. So the logout is clear, and it's in the home controller. That's cool. So we got this going in here, so it should know wherever it needed to be. We rendered the view on the layout. Let's just try it. Can't promise you this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it. Just gotta learn. We gotta figure out how to change it. We got 5 more minutes. All right, so we got that chef in database, and we got the views in the home. You know what I'm saying? The header footer. We don't have a partial view here. We have it over there. This is a partial view. I don't know. We can call it public action results. View. No, I'm sorry. Header partial, right? right? Or is it posture view? Yeah, posture view. So that doesn't matter. Now it's just still gonna show the posture view, and we're gonna get view bag dot chef in database like that equals chef in database, and let's see if that works, because we just basically put the chef in database thing into the header now. So I'm hoping this works, because if I don't, then I'm stopping the video. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm not redoing the video, because that's what I'm gonna do for now. I'm just gonna show my errors. I'm gonna show my ways. It still says oh, there you go. You log in here and it says log out. That makes no sense whatsoever, but at least it worked there. So that's good. So, and then we could add a recipe here. So we could log out, log back in, Mr. Hay, and we view the recipes. But that should work where is that at? That's chef dashboard. That should work in the dashboard too. I don't know why that doesn't work in the dashboard, but I know that's in the chef controller. So let's go to controlas. You know what? I'm just gonna put that. I mean, that should work throughout all of it. that doesn't make no sense. It works in recipes, but it don't work in the chef controller. Let's see what we don't have here. Well, let's go to where's it at? Let's come up here. Let's get this. I'm not gonna type it again. Thought I had it in here, so let's Control V. You know, I don't know why that has two of them. Control S. Does it got it in the recipe controller too? Oh, I got two of them there? Yeah, I shouldn't need that. I might have done it just now, but you go to chef controller. And where's the dashboard? Dashboard already? Oh, there's the dashboard. Let's go back to the recipe controller. I'm just gonna put this in there too. I don't care. Let's see if that works. So I put it inside the dashboard right here. It should be there too. So let's figure out if this works. If it doesn't work, we got it partially done. We got it most of the way done. We got it kind of like how we want it. Log in and register. So I guess we got to push that view bag everywhere we go. And I might have to, yeah, I might have to do, if it's not null, push this, this, you know what I'm saying, the name or something like that instead of this. But now that it works and we could, edit recipes or whatever, that's a great burden off my shoulders. But let's see if it works in all of them. So I have to push that in the show dish too. So before we go there, let's go to edit recipe, and I gotta put it in the edit recipe as well. So we have to push this. I believe we have to push this to every view, so the header could see it in the view, because it's showing a different view. So we need the recipe controller back out there, and I'm just gonna add that one line to everything. It's in the index kind of right here. It's not in the add recipes. It's we're not worried about that one. It's not in the show. It's in the show dish. That's why it was able to show it. It was in the index. Let me see. This is edit recipe wasn't in here, so let's put it in here. This is so we can see it in the outside. And we don't have to worry about it in here because this is on the index page. And now let's look at it real quick. And we got the 30-minute mark, exactly what I wanted. Hey man, we figured it out together. Thank you, Mr. Dux. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Son of a gun.
Mimi. Stop. All right, let's see if this is gonna work everywhere. We here, it shows log out. We here, it shows log out. We here, it shows log in and register. This is show dish. It should not show that. Edit recipe shows it. So on show dish, we have to fix it on show dish. I thought we had it on show dish. Son of a gun, you. Son of a gun, you. Yeah. And we kind of had it there. And like we could like delete this right here, right? And instead of that, we have this right here to be there, and that's the same thing, right? Yeah, that sounds good to me. I don't know. We don't need this done. All right, let's do this. We get this here. If let's see. We shouldn't have that if it's null. We shouldn't worry about that one as much because in order to get to the show dish, you have to be signed in anyways, or else you won't even be able to navigate there. But we're trying to do. I'm also trying to do things to make it safer for the environment and for our client. So if I have a client, right? This is the last thing we're gonna do. Works there, works there. Oh, we can't do that one. We need to get a back button in the show dish, and it works there. Okay, it works everywhere. All right, we're gonna fix all this. This is kind of like stupid looking, so we're gonna have to fix some of these things so we could, show it just in the label or something. Maybe the label will probably look better in the input, but not when you're editing it. Only when you're showing it. You know what I'm getting at? You know what I'm getting at. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out.